Tervetuloa takaisin taas tänne uniajan Call of Juarez Gunslinger Let's Playn pariin. Minä olen Viattomiat ja no, jatketaan siitä taas mihin viimeksi jää.
I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
The Innocents.
Now, wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did.
No name. King Ringo closed the first chapter of Silas' saga. Revenge started him a bounty hunter career as a bounty hunter. Downsides the possible even while dual wielding to default control settings. No niin. The Magnificent One.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant, and hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits, and put a generous price on his head. Plummer rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape, and that's where I thought I'd find him.
What's in here?
It makes me nervous standing so close to all these goddamn barrels of gunpowder.
Why would you be nervous? No one has the cojones to come after us. As long as you don't light up a cigar, we're fine.
Besides, George is up there on the rocks.
As my late father pointed out to me more than once, God made men, but Samuel Colt made them equal.
Siitä vähän tylyä. No, tää on jumalauta semmonen. Ei saa. Silleen. Okei. Täällä olisi ollut räjähteitä. Eipä niin.
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches.
Tää siitä vähän tylyä.
There were thieves and killers, robbing travelers and hijacking gold shipments.
You down.
Like those that ran with Plummer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy pickings. Charlie Crow, the blacksmith. James, who worked in the stable. Sam and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's sons. Ordinary citizens who lived a double life. Stealing and thieving and murdering their neighbors.
No. Lauta koko ajan tää lappu.
Now you're really pissing me off.
No.
You're done.
No. Trade.
Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone-cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam. Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll. A hell of a lot. That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the other.
What? Can't hear you.
He set up a defensive perimeter which I had no idea how to breach.
On yksi tätä, että kun Sakri kannattaa räjähtää noin helvetin räjähteet tosta ensin.
Plumber wants that asshole dead. This is our goal now.
Dangerous, desperate individual. I was outnumbered and in way over my head, but I was too damn stubborn and stupid to realize it. They must have thought I was touched. Or had some kind of death wish. Seeing as there were barrels of gunpowder everywhere.
No.
One stray bullet, one stray spark, and I'd be blown to hell and gone. Did I have any second thoughts about what I was doing? No.
Jos mulla on vähän näitä... Sitä voisi ottaa nyt tästä vähän rangeria vähän. Toi pistoolit on jo niin helvetin kovia jo niin.
I thought I was some kind of hero. I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny. But first, I had something I needed to figure out.
What's this?
I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense. It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way.
What the heck?
Plumber wants that asshole.
Huh.
How you like that? I will drop you down a mine shaft.
Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around.
Hey, I shot the son of a bitch.
And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it. Some of those shafts could be as deep as hell.
This son of a bitch is pissing me off.
Jos time to piss me off, you little dick, son of a bitch.
A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
Leave him to me. He must be about out of bullets. You ain't beefing me.
Quick reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily bushwhacked. I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to kingdom come.
Saatana. Ha. Tämähän on kiva.
With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, a body has to know what he's shooting at.
Täällä nyt ei pahemmin kannata.
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tomb.
Ha 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 ha.
I freely admit that my plan of attack was not just moronic, but clearly insane.
Oh. Mistä? Kaikki.
It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it. Instead, I spotted a ladder, a way into the mine from the opposite side.
Interesting storytelling. Oh, mitä helvettiä sä teet? Mitä helvettiä? Nyt voi sanoa, mitä helvettiä äsken tapahtui. Ah. Yhtäkkiä vaan. Boing, mitä?
It was a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time. Of course, being I had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me. Climbing down that ladder required some caution. Because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, no man can dodge a damn bullet while climbing down a rickety ladder. I needed to make a leap of faith, which ain't easy when you're suspended between heaven and hell.
Oh.
I was determined not to give up, however. As Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob. And I had made it my mission to settle that score come hell or high water. But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder.
Tuossa mä vähän ehkä liian avoimena. Eli mennään täältä. Mä ajattelin, että toi on kumminkin liian tommonen. En mä tiedä, se vaikuttaa jotenkin.
I wanted to use the element of surprise. Plus I figured I could use the exercise. I was warmed up already, so what the hell?
Juuri näin. Juuri näin. Arvasin, että tossa on jotain mätää tossa. Something wrong with it.
Plummer was a mad dog killer, and the people of Nevada City deserved better.
Nevada City? Well, I thought Plummer met his maker in Bannock, Montana.
Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there.
You must be about out of bullets.
I see.
The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
Okay. Lawman. Outlaw. Got skull log. Okay. Henry Plummer.
They're gonna bury you! This thing is getting worse and worse for you.
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was gonna take some doing.
But can you aim? Get out here! You ain't taking me!
Taas siitä vähän dynyä.
Who said you could throw
Dynamiittia. Perskele dynamiitti. Missä se on? Where are you? Mr. Plummer?
I can shoot too! You want some more? I got a lot more dynamite than you! I'm going all medieval on your ass! That's this, you son of a bitch! No blood money for you today! What do you think you're doing? You can shoot, but can you aim? Damn it! I need some help here! Come on, boys! Take this cocksucker out!
Saatana. Jei. Perkele.
I can't hear you!
Wow. Jei. Perkele. Keles.
I really livered son of a bitch!
Nousepas. No. Älä sitten nouse. Niin. Tuli taas. Mr. Plummer.
You ain't taking me! So off!
What?
Got that one, didn't you? I can shoot too! Gonna blow you into negative, boy! You can shoot!
Perkele. Saatana kun tuli. Niin, mistä se tulee? Tuolta.
Catch this, you son of a bitch! I'm going all medieval on your ass!
Ja siinä.
Who said you throw dynamite? Back, you morons! I can shoot too!
Perkele Plummeri, saatana.
You ain't taking me! To pick you up!
So that's how Henry Plummer died. Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold.
Perkeles.
And now, I was officially a bounty hunter.
Niin. Ranger piercing shot. Eipä siinä. Mulla ollut sitä skillejä. Ei oo. Jatketaan eteenpäin.
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Where in Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
Was Hardin as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself.
John Wesley Hardin.
Hell, he killed his first man at 15. From that day forward, he had a price on his head and wouldn't back down for nobody, not even Wild Bill Hickok himself.
Be quick or be dead. So explains he took up bounty. Yeah, like the quick shooter is lightning fast. Watch out, you don't go through all your ammo. Me.
I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was no different. I was there with the intention of finding that bastard Bob and collecting the bounty on John Wesley.
I thought the Texas Rangers got Hardin.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe.
Swat!
Kill that stupid son of a bitch!
No. Jumalauta vielä kuolla. Perkele.
It was cold in a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres to the very same saloon we're sitting in today. Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me, and wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Hardin was a killer. By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. He was a bona fide folk hero by then, and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
Shit, it's cold out here. Freezing. Giblets off.
Ain't right we gotta stay out here keeping watch like this. Damn it! Shoot that son of a bitch!
They didn't ask why I was there. They knew. As most of them were wanted as well. I figured Hardin was here somewhere, but to get to him, I'd have to get past his gun hands. I had to spill a lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest friends. Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the Bull's Head. Some were hightailing it into town to inform their jefe of my unwelcome presence.
No. Tämä on se saatana nyt. Kyllä. Jäi. Perkele. Suatana. Ai perkele. Helvetti polvimo. Jäi. Mä ylän. No. Joku saatana ottaa. No. Tämä nyt saatana, kun ei
Kill him already!
Perkele. Ei se nyt ei yhtään ota.
Better 3 hours early than a minute too late.
Damn it! Shoot that son of a bitch!
No.
Can't get a good shot at him.
No. Mä nyt yks saa.
You'll die for this, you hear me?
Mitä helvettiä?
Now it's easier said than done, as most of them were as foolish and full of bravado as I was.
Nyt. Perkele. No nyt hei. Mitäpäs tosta on rifle?
Dead man!
No. Mä saan. Helvettiläinen. Tulee panosta niin saatanasti.
Can't believe you keep missing!
Missä vitussa? Tuolla.
I'm gonna shoot you dead!
I wondered if Bob was among them.
I doubt. Perkeles, kun ovat damakea niin saatanasti, että...
And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better. Before I could test my mettle against Hardin, however, I would first need to dispatch his cadre of hired killers. Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption, but John Wesley might have been a different story.
No.
God damn him!
I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration.
Eikö sä oo mitään hit? Suaa. Saa siitä vähän amittia siitä. No. Loppupano. Ouch.
I think I already mentioned that I found Hardin in this very saloon. Suffice it to say, Nobody there was happy to see me.
No. Ei. Saatana. No, perkele. Keletanatu. Kele. Noin, sitten. Taas lähet.
Suffice it to say, nobody there was happy to see me. In fact, I felt a certain hostility.
Can't believe you keep missing.
No. Perkele. No. Saatana on samaa kuin. Perkele. Vielä teitä. Siellä. Otetaan tää tyylillä. Vaikka se menee ihan vituille. No.
Yeah, you know you can't beat me.
Juuri näin.
I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived. As a moment later, I was facing down the fastest gun in the West.
Sieltä tulee John Wesley. John Wesley Hart. Snoring.
I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him.
Okay, dodge.
That man was faster than greased lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
Okay.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless Avenger took his life. Shot him in the back in a saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer? Ben?
Yes, mä uskon taas, että tähän on hyvä jättää tämä jakso ja jatkaa ensi kerralla taas uudestaan. Se on taas morjens!